for us in GR itself, the awareness about mental health and well-being came pretty late. I would say that even in the initial part of our journey, while we are in this business of, providing space. So in our industry, the focus areas have been more in areas like health and safety, of course, has been a primary focus. But when we were thinking about safety and health, the mental part of it came a bit late. So that is how it happened. But then, like I speak about this in multiple platforms. Somehow, COVID was one thing which really brought about a lot of awareness about, when we realized that our people were facing a lot of stress levels and all those things. So at that time also, the difference that I see is in the evolution of mental health and wellness and the awareness about this in the industry. And I would say that a large part of the IT industry also, although, they had a little bit of idea about this, but then nobody was taking it seriously. That is where the problem was. And people, it was something like, one more thing on the checklist to be ticked and done away with. What I have seen over the last 5 years of this journey that we have embarked on, I have seen that companies are becoming increasingly aware about the importance of mental health and wellness. Especially today, in a kind of a scenario where the younger generation, you would see that there are more cases of burnouts, more cases of stress and fatigue impacting employees at the workplace. And there is also a generational aspect to it that I see, where the younger generation is more demanding. And they have got a very clear understanding about the space between work and life. And they are not willing to compromise on the health aspects. And they do not want to live a life where work is the only thing in life. They believe in a much more balanced approach, a much more harmonious approach to all these things. And that, I feel, has been a trigger where companies have also realized that they cannot do business without focusing on their employees, and especially the mental aspect of their employees' well-being. So that has been a trigger. And today, if you see, I would say that what has changed is earlier, mental health and well-being was left to maybe teams like HR or somebody, a wellness person in an organization. Today, it's the C-suite thing which is there, where at a CXO level also, when there is a talk in their strategic meetings, everything, this is an aspect that is discussed more at senior levels and not at subordinate levels. So that, I say, is a very, very positive thing. And today, if you really see, most of those, if you see all the global organizations also, when they come out with various kind of reports also, this is one aspect which is being talked about. How much is the focus of an organization on this? You would, I don't know if you have seen the McKinsey report of 2025 also about mental health and wellness. You would see the emphasis that they have done, the sort of details in which they have talked about the approach of the millennials and the Gen Z towards this one, this particular aspect, and how that shift is there. How very clear analysis reveals how the mindset from each generation to generation is undergoing a change. So that has been an evolution there. And today I would say that it is more to do at a strategic level than an operational level. And that is a major paradigm shift that we see.